Joe Fazer. Is his diet good? That's the intro. My name's Jay. I'm a nutritionist and an international level athlete. Let's find out.
Basically, I'd lost my gains. I was not in the best form, I'd lost a lot of muscle, and I felt crap. However, I was so motivated to start properly working out again. It is 10 AM. I start every morning with a nice glass of water.
Glass? Anyway, yeah, I kind of like this. Obviously, every time you breathe out, there's some water vapor coming out, so you usually end up pretty dehydrated first thing in the morning, so get that started. Good start. Ooh, for a skin fade,
Okay, so
like myself.
Meal one, breakfast. I have about 7 slices of bacon, 4 large eggs, put it all together with 2 white muffins, and a large glass of orange juice.
Thoughts, chat? Well, I mean, there's nothing that screams out to me like a terrible choice. I mean, white bread's got nothing that great in it. I wouldn't say it's terrible for you. Orange juice, depending on the type, sometimes, I mean, vitamin C doesn't hurt, increase some mineral absorption, also an antioxidant, but, I mean, plus insulin sensitivity is pretty good in the morning, so I'm not that afraid of sugar here. You could say a lot about the saturated fat. Now, the thing is with saturated fat, I'm not too afraid of it. I think some carnivores are a little bit too excited by it because it's like, oh, fat-soluble vitamins, we need fat. But unsaturated fat doesn't have the other outcomes of saturated fat as far as poor health outcomes, but it still has the same effect with absorbing those minerals. But the thing is, it raises your risk for things like cardiovascular disease. But Joe, I'm pretty sure, is natty. I'm pretty sure. So a healthy young individual, your risk of heart disease is not really there, so I wouldn't be too scared of saturated fat, to be honest. Yes, there are better things you could eat here. I don't mind eggs, they're pretty good despite the, again, saturated fat, but good source of choline, protein, all sorts of, a few different minerals, but I mean, it's not terrible, it's a start. Let's carry on.
Probably my favourite meal of the day. It's got tons of calories, this meal, tons of protein, and it tastes insane.
I devour this meal and then several hours later I pre-cook. You see, my aim is to eat about 4 chicken breasts a day, so to save time, I cook them all up at once.
Dude, why does everyone love chicken breast so much?
Seasoning, salt, pepper, paprika, chili flakes, and a bit of pesto for more calories and flavour.
Just like that, the majority
At least he's seasoning it for once.
of my protein for the day, all made and all ready to eat.
I chuck some rice in the microwave, pair that with some of the chicken I just made.
Dude, where's the broccoli? Nah, but like, I mean, you can do better here, man. Come on. Like, there's not that much. It's like, there's just not much here, you know. You got your carbs and your protein, but there's not much to it. I mean, neither of these two foods are that high in micronutrient density, nor do they have antioxidants for managing inflammation. There's not really a nice fat source here as well. Of course, we need fat too low, you crash your test. I'm just a bit disappointed.
Made, put them together, and that's meal number 2. Meal number 3, pre-workout.
Right, heading to the gym in a second. My pre-workout meal.
I mean, I'm just getting flashbacks to the Sam Sulek one I did, where like half his diet was kids cereal. I mean, the pre-workout, you get, I get your whole pass for the day for having something a bit sugary, because the sugar just goes directly into your muscle when you start training, so you don't end up with the negative outcomes of like a high blood sugar spike and naturally some inflammation with that. So you get a whole pass.
Simply, my favourite cereal, which are Craves. This meal is great. It's packed full of sugar, so short-term energy. The sugar also gives you a great pump in the gym, so you feel like a beast. And it tastes bloody amazing.
Yeah, I mean, some of the ingredients so far can be better, yes, but I think he's got the fundamental understanding, which is nice. The two things that stand out to me here is he's not afraid of calories, which is great, and he's not afraid of the sugar, particularly pre-workout. These are two things I think a lot of people miss, particularly the calories one. People always want, oh, lower calories. No, you need it to train, and if you're trying to put on muscle, how are you gonna do it if you're not eating? If you are enjoying, please be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing. It's free, helps me out, and you'll be in better health, guaranteed. Like, you won't be a chicken and rice bro. I promise.
Sick session. I got some awesome photos. I'll put them on the screen there. Post-workout, straight after the gym, I got these bad boys. 2 wraps. I've just chucked some chicken that I made earlier in them. Bit of cheese. The wrap themselves have 180 calories each. plus the chicken, plus the cheese, banging meal, easy to get down, a lot of calories, a lot of protein. It's perfect after the gym.
Yeah, again, like protein after the gym, have a nice meal after them. Sure, if you don't eat long enough, you get a bit of a cortisol spike, which isn't really ideal. But again, it's just like a bit lacking, like white tortilla, not really much as far as micronutrient content, and the same sort of story with the chicken. Again, as I explained, it's like you could really beef these things up. It's like, because like if you take like a wrap, for example, it's just what, chicken and a bit of cheese, yeah? Throw in some bell peppers, the vitamin C increases the mineral absorption of some of the things in the chicken. You could throw in, I don't know, some chili beans or some lentils, extra protein, also some fiber, which seems to be a bit low here, which might have gut implications. Again, like there's nothing terrible here, it's just kind of like needs a few extra tweaks, you know? Anyway.
Voila. The next meal of the night is the beautiful pesto pasta.
A classic meal of mine. I just love the taste of it. It's packed full of calories. And I devoured this while watching some Sam Sulek.
I was looking to see if there's some more kids cereal in the Sam Sulek vlog. But anyway, yeah, again, same story. I don't want to repeat myself the next time. There's just nothing of great substance there. It's kind of just plain carbs. I don't know, did he throw chicken in there? Either way, same story. You can get most of the results by doing this just by getting like decent protein and not having complete trash food, but I just don't think you're going to be feeling that great. You know, you might get used to it as far as a diet with absolutely no, well, not much micronutrients or antioxidant support. But once you get used to that, if you jump on something that's really well balanced with those things and like some really good fat sources, I see that lacking here as well, you're just gonna feel so good, dude. So like, don't say it works for me, bro. It can be better, and trust me, you'll feel better.
So I just get ready for bed and finish things off with a nice protein shake. Pink grapefruit clear whey is my go-to.
I'd probably just add that with meal 5, just because you don't really want to consume something right before bed. It can impede a little bit on sleep quality. Yes, it's just like, what, 20 grams of protein and what, it's like 80 calories, but just throw it in meal 5. Like I've said most of the things, I guess the one thing I didn't touch on is some of the fat sources. He had some in the breakfast, mostly saturated. I'd say get some unsaturated fat in there. Better for your blood lipid management. Maybe cook with some extra virgin olive oil. Maybe add a little bit of like flaxseed oil, cold pressed after your meal. That's another good way to get some omega-3s in, which I don't really see much omega-3s in this diet, which again, great for brain health, some antioxidant support. Like these sort of diets, it's just kind of like a base. You just need some stuff on top that's actually going to be beneficial for your health, and you just end up feeling so much better. But anyway, that's been me. Let me know what you think below, and I will see you in the next one.